What up, Laker Nation? Here with your boy Kareem, aka Mr. 100 Likes. How you guys doing? Wow. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. Today I want to discuss the Gilbert Arena show, man. They talked about Dwight Howard was on the show, and he said how the Lakers, Rob Pelinka destroyed the Lakers' chance of repeating. He's so upset that they didn't repeat and keep the team together. He was so frustrated, and you had different guys comment on it. Gil was saying that it was Rob Pelinka's fault. Rashad McCann, he had his own stance. So these guys was talking, and they was basically saying that it was Rob Pelinka's fault. Brandon Jennings said LeBron didn't want to be under Kobe's shadow, and they saying that basically saying Rob Pelinka changed the team because Magic assembled that team. So, and then Gilbert Arenas was saying how Magic held Brandon Ingram out of the deal when they got Anthony Davis, and Rob Pelinka put that Ingram in the deal and took out Kuzma. So I just want to debunk all this stuff there they was talking, and this is why sometimes when people say, "Oh, you're not an NBA player, you can't speak on this stuff there," this is why you cannot go by that. Now I'm gonna break everything down limb by limb, in every category. The first category I'm gonna break down where Gilbert and them said that was a Magic Johnson assembled team. Magic Johnson put that championship team together. And I want to say it's totally false. Magic Johnson did not put that team together. Magic Johnson had left before they structured that team. They had a bunch of cap space, only players they had. Magic Johnson left before. The Lakers basically have no roster but pretty much LeBron James and KCP for the most part. Rob Pelinka comes in. He took over for full time for the Lakers. He made the Anthony Davis trade. This is why what Gilbert's saying is now to go back with Gilbert saying that Magic didn't have Brandon Ingram in the first trade, and Rob turned around, put Ingram in and substitute Ingram from Kuzma. This is why Gilbert Arenas is cat. Magic Johnson, and it's crazy. I literally just deleted this thing like 2 weeks ago because I didn't want to have all that on my storage. But Magic Johnson offered everything under the sun for Anthony Davis. He offered Ingram, Kuzma, Lonzo, Josh Hart, KCP. He had either Rondo was like in and out of the deal, and he offered plenty of draft picks, and he offered Zubac in that deal also. He offered Zubac. So Magic and Dell Demps was in negotiation. Magic offered everything under the sun. Every Dell Demps, Magic felt that Dell Demps was playing games because Dell Demps was saying, like, when the negotiation was starting, Dell Demps said, "No, take out this, and then we talking." Because first, negotiation, you ain't gonna offer everything. Magic offered everything under the sun. Every young player we had, he offered plus picks. He offered Ingram, Kuzma, Lonzo, Josh Hart, KCP, and Zubac. He offered everything under the sun, and that in the original deal, it was for Anthony Davis and Solomon Hill. The Lakers had to take on Solomon Hill, bad contract, plus picks the Lakers offered. So when Magic dropped out the deal, Magic knew that Dell Demps was playing games, and he wasn't taking it serious. He was just playing games. So Magic Johnson got frustrated and traded right after the trade talks broke down for the Anthony Davis. Magic traded Zubac for Mike Muscala. And then they went into the offseason. The season continued. And the day before, the last game of the season, where the Lakers playing Portland, Magic quit. the last regular season game he quit, him and Rob had problems. Anthony Davis was not on that roster, so I don't know where Gilbert's saying that Magic Johnson put together that team. He did not. Now, when the deal changed, Rob actually saved the Lakers some assets because KCP wasn't in this trade. Also, he left out Kuzma. And for him to say Ingram was in the first trade wasn't true. Ingram was making $7 million. Kuzma was only making $1.8 million. So salary cap wise, Ingram had to go before Kuzma anyway, because he was making 7, Lonzo was making 7, Josh Hart making like $2 million, Kuzma was making like 1.7. That's why they needed KCP contract. Also, KCP was making, I think, $18 million, and Zubac was also making like $2 million. So Lakers had a lot of small salaries. So I don't get, Anthony Davis was making like 20-something million plus. You had Solomon Hill, I think, he's making like 15 million. I think Anthony Davis probably making 30, 28, something like that, high 20s. And then you have Solomon Hill. So Gilbert was totally wrong on that. So that totally is not the truth. And then going to the summer, like I said, the Lakers traded everybody and then had pretty much not a roster. Rob Pelinka signed Boogie Cousins. He signed Danny Green. He signed Jared Dudley. And he was just Avery Bradley. He was just making signings after signings right after that. So that part is definitely not true with Gilbert Arenas saying that Magic Johnson assembled that team. So now Dwight Howard said that Rob Pelinka broke up that team. I'm going to tell you how that is false. Dwight Howard, I can remember clearly, the Lakers told Dwight Howard to wait. Told him to wait. Your minimum contract. Told him to wait, that they're going to get to him. They're going to get back to him. They're working on some things. Can he hold off? Dwight Howard said yes, and an hour later, he signed a minimum contract with Philadelphia. The Lakers was pissed. He signed the minimum contract with Philadelphia. Now, when they sit there and say, oh, LeBron ain't have nothing to do with it, Rich Paul was representing Montrezl Harrell. LeBron and his agency definitely had something to do with it. They tried to make it look like LeBron ain't had nothing to do with it, and like Rob was acting alone. Rob made it clear that LeBron was in on that free agency. You could go back and check. He said LeBron and him is locked in on every moves and different things going on. He clearly said that. So LeBron, like I said, Rich Paul, Montrezl Harrell was been offered, I think, $80 million with Charlotte. He turned that down and took a 2-year, $20 million deal with the Lakers. That was the Lakers' big signing right there. 2-year, $20 million with the Lakers. Rich Paul, he was represented by Rich Paul. Montrezl Harrell was only 27 at the time. 6th man of the year. He averaged like 19 points a game. So that was big for the Lakers to do. So it really didn't have anything to do with Dwight Howard. I told you Dwight Howard left. Dwight Howard didn't even let the Lakers get a chance to get back to him. The Lakers said, hold on. You're not going to rush with a minimum deal and you in the middle of trying to see this deal while Montrez. You have to see what's going on. Dwight Howard didn't wait. And I remember clear as day he said he didn't want to wait. And also the Lakers with Rondo. Rondo was already, we all know free agency. You already know a month in advance before free agency. You already know what teams into you, what type of money you're going to get. You know that in June. July 1st, the free agency start. You know that pretty much in June. Everybody know the tampering and behind the scenes stuff that happens. Lakers knew Rondo, with Atlanta offered Rondo, I believe, a 3-year deal starting at like $7.5 million. The Lakers knew they couldn't match that offer. They knew that from the gate they couldn't match that offer. They knew right away, once they won a champ, they knew that they couldn't retain Rondo. What the Lakers did, they traded a guy who's averaging 19 points. I believe he was second in the sixth man of the year. They trade him for Danny Green. Danny Green was a shell of himself. He was not doing that with the Lakers. And you could get a young guy, Dennis Schroeder, I think at the time was 26, 27, that coming off averaging 19 points and was like runner up for sixth man of the year. For Danny Green, a guy, that's a no-brainer to do. And plus the Lakers knew they was losing Rondo. So that was the reason why the Lakers made that trade. Boom. So then those things, those are like the meat of the conversation. Then the Lakers, they had a couple roster spots. Remind you, they said break up the team. I hear people saying, oh, they broke up with Caruso. Caruso was on that team coming back. A lot of them guys came back. Caruso, Markieff Morris, Jared Dudley, a lot of the guys came back. Avery Bradley left in free agency, but he wasn't there on that team that won a championship. So a lot of that team pretty much came back. And then later on, the Lakers traded, the mistake they made it when they traded Marc Gasol. They traded for Marc Gasol for JaVale McGee. They should have kept JaVale McGee. So that was more of the critical mistake they made, but they wanted to bring back Howard. He didn't want to wait. So that just debunk that what Howard's saying. He's not telling the whole truth. And that's the thing that irks me with Gilbert, because it's like these guys, they not in the loop of different things going on, and they just speak on stuff they don't know what they're talking about. And that's just what happened. Them guys there, Rob always said he's in tight. I remember when Carmelo Anthony signed with the Lakers, he said LeBron came and called me, and LeBron the GM. And then they said Rob don't got a tight relationship with LeBron. That is furthest thing from true. And they said Jeannie came down and made the deal. LeBron and Rob is locked in. They've been locked in. They talked about how they locked in. Him and LeBron has an excellent working relationship. So they just making up stuff. And that's the thing I don't like with Gilbert, what they do. When he has an agenda and a person he don't like, no matter, he won't see no good, and he just goes straight attack mode. And LeBron definitely can't do no wrong in Gilbert's eyes. None. And this like, I don't like how they always try to get down on Rudy Gobert. Always they try to make like he's a bum. They always try to make it. Yes, he probably deserves no 4 defensive players a year, but they always make it their point to try to clown on him. But my thing, they pick and choose different people who to do it to, and I don't respect that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Gilbert, Rudy Gobert has more impact on winning than Gilbert had, as far as impact on winning. So there you have it. Like I said, them guys definitely was wrong about a lot of stuff. It was very inaccurate, and Dwight Howard didn't keep it real on his situation. Like I said, it's a domino effect. Rondo had got $7.5 million with Atlanta, and the Lakers wasn't going to do that. The Lakers had mid-level money that Rondo, mind you, Rondo is old, and Rondo came alive in the playoffs. Rondo didn't really do much in the regular season. He came alive in the playoffs, which is good, but the Lakers used their mid-level money to sign Montrezl Harrell. Anybody, any day of the week, if you got a guy that's on his last legs and really don't do much in the regular season, yes, he played well in the playoff, but he's pretty much on his last legs. And you could get a guy that a 6th man of the year, 19 points, and you could get him for $10 million, you're going to do that. So anybody in their right mind would have did that. You had a chance to get Montrezl Harrell. Plus, then him leaving your arch rivalry, the Clippers, anybody would have did that. And like I said, the Lakers couldn't afford Rondo because they knew, they waited, and they knew they had plans on getting upgrading for that. And then they had a deal. Once he said he couldn't do it, they had Dennis Schroeder locked in. So tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like I said, you get the real basketball talk here. You don't get no better than that, man. You get the real basketball talk here.